Today we have a topic Rolle's theorem and its geometrical interpretation. So what is Rolle's theorem? So first I request you that subscribe my YouTube channel, Sajjad Saleh YouTube channel, and let's move on. So let a function f be satisfying these conditions. First, continuous on the closed interval a comma b, differentiate on the open interval a comma b, and f of a is equal to f of b. There exists at least one point c belongs to this interval, okay, such that f dash of c is equal to 0. Then it's proved, since f is a continuous on a comma b, it is bounded therein and attains its bounds. Let m and m, small m and large m be respectively the supremum and infimum, means upper bounds and lower bounds of f on a comma b interval. The either m is equal to small m or m is not equal to small m. Okay, if m is equal to m, then the function is constant on a comma b, and so its derivative vanishes at each point of the interval. Hence the theorem is true in this case. Okay, if m is not equal to small m, at least one of them is different from the equal values f of a and f of b. Suppose m is not equal to f of a is equal to f of b. Since f attains its supremum on a comma b, there is a point c belongs to a comma b such that f of c plus capital M, then but because of 1 c must be different from a and b, the c belongs to a comma b's interval. Let h be a positive real number such that c minus h and c plus h both lie in a comma b's interval. The f of c plus h less than or equal to f of c's point, and f of c minus h less than or equal to f of c on this graph. Okay, a delta is the curve. Okay, this is a fitting curve and this is a tangent line on it. P is any point, y is equal to f of x is a function, O is any origin, and this is the x-axis, y-axis. A is any point, C is any point, and B is any point from these conditions. Okay, this is the graph of it. Since f of c is equal to large m, supremum of f on a comma b's interval, hence f of c plus h points c and h minus f of c our h less than or equal to 0, and f of c minus h minus f of c our minus h less than or equal to 0. F of c plus minus h minus f of c our minus h greater than or equal to 0. Taking limits h tends to 0, we obtain from equation number 2 and equation number 3 f of dash of c's derivative, first derivative less than or equal to 0, and first derivative of c greater than or equal to 0, maybe sometimes both, that f dash of c is equal to 0. And now it's a geometrical interpretation of Rolle's theorem. Rolle's theorem has a simple geometrical interpretation. If f is a continuous on interval a comma b and differentiable on interval a comma b, such that f of a is equal to f of b, okay, then there is a point c belongs to a comma b where the tangent line to the graph of y is equal to f of x is a parallel to the x-axis. There may be more than one point on the graph where the tangent lines are parallel to x-axis, as in next figure. This is the figure. This is our the x-axis, this is our the y-axis, and this is the graph of its interpretation, like a wave, and this is the also line cuts from this wave. Okay, this is the origin, and this is the function y is equal to f of x, and this is also here the tangent line. Okay, for physical illustrations of Rolle's theorem, let a stone be thrown from the ground into the air. Suppose the height of the stone after time t